We all agree that Ohm Pawat is an amazing actor and that he would have a good chemistry with any partner. But even so, some pairings shine brighter than others. I analyzed 29 compatibility horoscopes and found the person who would be his best partner. Hello stars, welcome back to my channel where I analyze the relationship horoscopes of your favorite BL couples. If you're new here, my name is Beatrice, I'm an astrologer and a huge BL fan, and today I'm talking about Ohm Pawat's best partner. Before we start, a short info. I need to apologize, but you might hear some background noise. I'm very sorry, but there are construction works going on here. And the only other alternative would be to postpone filming and uploading this video for many days. Because I don't want to do that, I'm hoping for the best and started filming. If the noise is too loud and you have troubles understanding what I say, please turn the subtitles on. Long ago, I accidentally discovered an actor who would be a very good match for Ohm. I wanted to make this video for quite a while, but back then it just didn't feel right. Now though, the time seems right, and I'll tell you later why. So here I am making this video where I rank 29 actors based on their compatibility with Ohm according to astrology. I'm only looking at Thai male BL actors and not, for example, at female co-workers or at actors from other countries. Also, there was one very important requirement to get on this list. I saw in Ohm's birth chart that he has a very strong masculine energy, and I think that he wouldn't get along very well with other persons with a similar energy. That's why I looked first and foremost at very feminine actors or ones with a strong feminine energy. The only exceptions where I didn't even check if they meet this requirement are his first BL partner, Towi Sitiwat, as well as Nanon, Leng and Chimon. I know he had more BL partners, but I'm not ranking them all here. And I also know that some of the actors that I will talk about are already part of another ship or not GMMTV artists. But we're doing this ranking just for the fun of it, so let's ignore these details. Just enjoy the video and please let me know in the comments what you think about all these pairings. We start with 7 actors who are not at all compatible with Ohm. This doesn't mean they hate each other and can't work together. They can because they are professionals. But these actors don't have much in common with Ohm, or in some cases the duo would even negatively influence each other. It's no one's fault and there's not a bad guy and a good guy. They just don't fit together. Ohm and one actor in this category have an upcoming series together that is, as far as I know, not a BL story. And girl, am I happy that they don't play a couple because they are not really compatible. I'm speaking about Shimon, but this is by no means a negative comment about Shimon or about the series. Both Ohm and Shimon are great actors and I hope the public will love their series. There are also 6 other compatibility horoscopes where I would say that a relationship deeper than as co-workers would be difficult. The 6 artists are Pipi Crit, James Su, Nat Supanat, Lycans Lego, Gan Athapan, and Nani Hirankit. By the way, I have a video about Sky Nani. If you want to watch it after this video, the link is in the description. I call the next category meh. It's a little bit better than the first one because there are at least some connections between Ohm and these actors, but they are rather negative. Still, it's better than not having any connections at all. Kuhart, Nunyu, New Thitipum, Offroad Kantapon and Babe Tanatat are in this category. And also 2 actors who actually look rather manly, but I still check their compatibility with Ohm. One is Pavel, who is muscular, well-built, but in some videos that I saw he had a baby girl vibe. And the other one is also muscular and usually plays manly roles, but when I first saw him in a series, I remember thinking that I've never seen a more ethereal character than that. In some scenes he was like some magic creature from another realm. So he immediately came to my mind when I made this list. I'm talking about Top Piyawat and his role as Namping in the series Every You, Every Me. As I discovered when I looked at his horoscope, despite his appearance, he has a very strong feminine energy. But even so, he is not very compatible with Ohm. Moving over to the next category. Okay, In this group, we have people who are quite compatible with Om. They have many things in common, positive connections, but also a lot of challenges. This means that they get along well, can work well together, but there's a higher chance for conflicts. They must find a balance if the partnership is to last for a long time. I've only analyzed 3 of the BL partners Om has had until now, but all these 3 fall into this category. When I joined the BL fandom, Om and Anon were already going their separate ways, but I was here when GMMTV announced Om Lang as a new ship, and I knew already then that this ship wouldn't last very long. I enjoyed their series Kidnap, and in my opinion, Om Lang had a good chemistry on screen because they are good actors. But even if their horoscope doesn't look negative, something is simply missing. Much more connections and good ones are in the horoscopes of Om Nanon and Om Towi. Unfortunately, they also have a lot of challenging aspects, which means that they would have a lot to work at themselves and at their relationship in order to make it work. If you want to know more about the compatibility between Om and Nanon, I already made a detailed video about their relationship. You can find the link in the description. Besides these 3 who have already been his partners, there are many other actors in this category. Mix, Noel, Beng, Warwanarat, Est, Fluk Natach, Net Natasit, and Tong Tanayut. Talking about Mix and Est, here come even more videos. I also analyzed the horoscopes of Earth Mix and William Est if you want to watch them. I'll put the links in the description. Now we're getting to the category Good. The first actor in this category is the one I was talking about at the beginning of this video, the one that I accidentally discovered as being a good possible partner. But back then it didn't seem the right time to talk about it yet. This pairing seemed impossible because that actor wasn't just working for another agency, he was the founder and CEO of a production company. Yes, I'm talking about Saint Supapong. I have no idea if Om and Saint do personally know each other and if they keep in contact. But if they don't, they should. In my opinion, they would get along very well. And at least on screen, if not even in real life, there would be a very good chemistry and sexual tension between them. They would fit perfectly to play in a mature BL series together. Another actor in this category, but with other strong points in the horoscope, not the sexual part, is In Sarin. Now think a bit about these 2 scenarios. Saint left his company and the great In ship is also history. So they could theoretically both be paired with Om. Here comes a very important thing about these 2. Both Saint and In are sweethearts, everyone's darlings, and I think that they wouldn't get so much hate from fans who, for example, still want to see Om and Nanon together. In my opinion, they are a far better option than pairing Om with a younger, less known actor like it was in Lang's case. What comes to my mind is another similar situation. Bible Build. To this day they are being shipped together and I believe that Bible's new partner would have gotten a lot of hate if he was a younger actor. But Bible's company made a very smart move. For the series 4 minutes, they chose Jess, a well-known and beloved actor. One who first of all could handle hate better if he was to get any, but also one whom the fandom accepted easier as Bible's new partner. I believe it would be the same for Om if Saint or In would become his new partner. Last but not least, there is another actor in this category. One that fits Om even slightly better than In and Saint, but at the time when I'm making this video, he works for another company and is committed to another beloved ship, so the chances to work with Om are close to 0. It's Namping. Seeing Om work together with Saint In or Namping would already be a dream come true, but there is one actor that would be an even better match for him. When I first started working on this video, this actor wasn't even on my list, to be honest. Because at that time I had only seen one of his series and there he played the alpha role. I later found out that he can actually do both alpha and omega very well, but back then he wasn't on my list of actors with a stronger feminine energy. Fortunately, one day YouTube did its magic and recommended me a video of him in drag, and I was immediately hooked. He wasn't the most gracious drag queen, but very cute and lovable. Seeing this new side of him, I was curious about his compatibility with Om. And I found him, Om's best partner, Ohm Pawat. Yes, I know he is with another agency and currently working on a new series with his partner Pum, but a girl can still hope. I really love Up Pum, but I must admit that I would love to see Om and Up work together as a couple at least once. So here they are, the actors who would best fit Om Pawat. Can you imagine him working with any of them? I would like to know your opinion, so please leave a comment. Since I mentioned Namping earlier, let me also tell you that my next videos will be about Kang Namping and about Shujin from the series Kill to Love. Hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on if you don't want to miss these videos. Until the next time, shine bright like the stars.